Okay, so we have already discussed about the components. Okay, so these are the six components we have in index structure. Okay, so you can draw this line diagram. Okay, the river. So where we have constructed a dam. Okay, then we are diverting the water through canal, or you can say power canal or power channel. So in the beginning, we have intake structure. So this is your source tank. This is your source tank. This is your powerhouse, and this is your tailway channel. Tailway channel. Okay. So you can draw this line diagram. Okay. Okay. Then you write function of intake. Okay. So you can write down the functions. Number one, that intake structure controls the inflow. Okay. Controls the inflow into the canal system, or you can say conveyance system with the help of gates. Okay. So we can control the inflow means as per the requirement. Okay. Then number two, we have press rack and the intake structure which prevents the debris. Okay, like ice, etc. Okay, debris, comma ice, etc. from entering the tunnel or penstock. That is our second function of intake. First one, we can control the inflow. Second, by using press rack in the intake structure, we can prevent debris and ice cubes. Okay, from entering into the tunnel. This tunnel is nothing but your power canal. Okay, or in the penstock pipe. It also, the third one is prevent it also prevents heavy sediment load from entering into the tunnel, or you can say conveyance system. Okay, with the help of silt removal device. Okay, so about that silt removal device you have already studied in irrigation subject about this silt removal device. Okay, so with the help of silt removal device in the penstock or tunnel. We have four function of intake. First one, control the inflow. Second one, to prevent entering debris and ice using press rack. Second one, sorry, third one, to prevent their heavy sediment load from entering into the tunnel with the help of silt removal device. Okay? And last one, number 4, it supplies air into the penstock through air inlet. Supplies air into the penstock through air inlet. So you write it down, okay? All the 4 function of intake. First one is to control the inflow. Second one is to prevent the debris and ice cube using trash rack. Third one is to prevent that heavy sediment load from entering into the tunnel with the help of silt removal device. And fourth one is to supply air into the penstock or tunnel through air inlet. Over. Okay. Then we move on to our next topic. That is your types of intake. Next topic you write types of intake. Okay. Number 1, runoff river intake. And you draw this figure. Okay. So this runoff river intake, if you remember, we have a runoff river scheme So in those scheme, if you use a intake structure in those scheme, those are your runoff river scheme. That means it's very small. So if you remember, runoff river scheme are low head, okay? Because in runoff river scheme, we are not going to store water. Okay, we are directly divert the water. First, we put one barrage, which will increase our depth of flow, and then we allow the water to flow inside the power canal. Okay, power canal. So in those scheme, if we use a intake structure or we install an intake structure, those intake structure are called runoff river scheme. Sorry, runoff river intake. Okay, here is very much similar to runoff river scheme that is low head. Okay, you can write it down. First one, it is a low head type. It's a very simple and basic one. Okay, like in high hydropower plant where you have a high dam and a big reservoir for store water. There we cannot use this runoff river intake. Okay, we have to use some other intake. Those we are going to discuss later on. Okay, so these are very small intake. The structure, this intake structure is very small and is also low head type. Okay, so first point you write, it is a low head type. Then second point you write, the entry of the tunnel intake is guarded by steel grid forming crest rack. Steel grid means it's like a mesh, okay, with steels. Okay, some intervals we have steel bars. This is called crest rack. PRS crest rack. RACKS rack. Crest rack. Okay, so the entry point we provide crest rack to. Second point you write, the entry of tunnel intake is guarded by steel grid forming crest rack. Okay. Third point, the control valve is provided after the crest rack. Okay. So whatever the control valve we have, it's after the crest rack. That means first it will screen all the debris and ice cubes. Then only we are going to control the inflow. Okay. So in this type of intake structure, our control valve is after crest rack. Okay. The first point you already wrote, that is low head type. Second is we are going to put one intake structure. Sorry, the steel grid forming crest rack we are going to install. Then third point is we are going to provide control valve after the crest rack. Fourth is crest rack is provided. This is very known. Okay, crest rack is provided to control the logs of wood, or you can write debris also. And then final point, last point is if the river carries lots of silt, sometime we provide silt removal device also. Okay? So sometime silt removal device is provided in silty river. That means the river contains, if the river contains lots of silt, then we sometime provide silt removal device. Over. Okay. So we move on to our next type. Okay. So you write it down. The next type is our canal type. Okay. Canal type, and you draw a diagram. This is your canal type. Okay. Canal type intake. So you kindly draw the diagram. Over. Done. Always remember this canal type. We install this type of intake only the river where it contains lots of silt. Okay, or you can say sediment. Okay, river which contains lots of silt. In those river, if we install a hydropower plant there, we use canal type intake structure there. Okay, but this is for this type of intake structure always recommended when there is a silty river or the river contains lots of silt. Otherwise, this is little bit expensive as compared to your first one. That is your run of river type intake. Okay. So if you cannot control the silt by your first case, that is your run of river intake structure, then you have to go with this canal type if it contains more silt. Okay. Okay. So you have already drawn its structure. So you can write the first point. Okay. So this is also your low head. This is also for low head scheme. Okay. This is also for your low head scheme. Second point you write, you have to provide silt excluder or silt trap are necessary components of canal intake. Okay, silt excluder or silt trap are necessary components of this intake. That means in canal intake, these components are necessary. Okay, because we install this kind of intake structure only when a river contains lots of silt. Okay, otherwise we will go for our first case. There is runoff river intake. Okay, so you can write the third point. A skimmer wall is provided which extends beyond the water surface so as to obstruct the floating materials from entering into the canal. A skimmer wall is provided which extends beyond the water surface so as to obstruct the floating materials from entering into the canal. Then next point is crash track is provided at the inlet. The last point is we have to install one desilting basin, and after desilting basin we provide the control structure for inflow. Okay, so at the end of desilting basin, gate is provided to control the flow through the canal. Okay, so here that inflow control structure is provided after desilting basin. That means at the end of desilting basin. So I think all of you know what is desilting basin. So this basin is used to remove silt. Okay, when the water flows into that basin, here they trap the water for some time so that the silt particles, heavy silt particles, get deposited at the bottom of the basin. Get deposited at the bottom of the basin. Then the water is allowed to go out from the basin, the upper portion of the water. Okay, so always when the outlet of the basin is above. Okay, so in lower portion, the sediment is allowed to settle there in the bottom of the basin. Okay, so this is like nothing but your desilting basin. Okay, it is used to remove silt. Over. So we will move on to our next intake. Okay, that is our dam intake. That is our dam intake. Kindly draw the structure. We will continue in the next class. Okay, so we have started a new chapter today, unit. Okay, so this is a very small chapter. Okay, so whatever we have discussed till now, that is your low head intake structure. So those intake structure is installed for only for your run-off river scheme or those small hydropower plant where we are not going to store water. So for dam and all, we have one dam intake which is very basic one, which is use dam intake. Also, we have two types. No, one is low head gravity dam and one is high head gravity dam. So in basically low head gravity dam, or you can say it's a smaller hydropower plant where we use dam intake. Sorry, where we have used dam. So this is the general dam intake structure we are going to use. Then for high head gravity dam, we have another two. One is wet tower intake. Another one is dry tower intake. Okay. So this part we will discuss in next class. dry tower intake. Okay. So these two are very high structure or huge structure, very huge structure. Okay, it takes lots of cost to construct. Okay, both the structure, wet tower and dry tower. Okay, and we also discuss about the advantage and disadvantage of both the. Okay. So basically, nowadays, whenever we design a dam, it always a high head gravity dam with multi-purpose. So in those case, we always go for wet tower or dry tower intake. Okay. So this part we will discuss in the next one. Okay. So kindly give your attendance. Just put your enrollment ID and your name in the chat box. With name, with your name, you also put your enrollment ID. Okay.